Okay, welcome to the video. 6 Hour Guy here. This is going to be a video about the tools and stuff that I use. I get asked this question probably the most. I got asked 3 different times today. Usually it's a couple times a week, but 3 specific questions today. So I thought perfect time to come home, make a quick video, and show you what I use. So full disclosure, I am not a certified gunsmith at all. This is a hobby for me. My day job does require me to use tools. I've invested a lot of money into tools, Snap-on, Mac, Mako, Cornwell, all kinds of stuff like that. My toolbox you could probably live inside of. So when I bought these tools, quality was not at the top of my list, as I've already purchased these tools and they're at my work. I just wanted something here that I didn't have to bring stuff home or go down to the basement and find it or whatever. I wanted everything in a drawer here. So Amazon is my friend. Most of the stuff came off of Amazon, so I suggest looking there first. So, all right, so let's get started. First thing, a hammer. Hammer fixes everything. Every job requires a hammer. So this hammer I use all the time. If you look up gunsmithing tools, you're going to see a hammer like this. It's got nylon on one end and a brass end on the other end, okay? And I use this thing all the time. It came in a kit like this, okay? So when you search for gunsmithing on Amazon, you're probably going to see this kit here, okay? If you can buy just the hammer by itself, do that, because this hammer is pretty awesome. And I'm sure there's other ones out there that are just as nice. But the rest of this kit is junk, okay? Don't buy this kit. It's got these brass punches here, which they're basically metal painted to look like brass. They're hard as a rock. I have brass drifts at work. They're very nice. They protect what you're hitting. These ones here, they don't protect anything. They scratch everything up and they're just junk. Okay, so that's one reason. The other part of this kit is these punches here. I used to use these all the time. A punch should not do that. Okay, I have straightened these things a million times. I mean, you use what you got. So I was using these for a while. Finally got fed up with it, and I bought another set, which I'll show you. Comes with nylon ones here. I mean, as soon as I use this one, it broke in half. Okay, so that's junk. All these other punches, I mean, they're just the same. The metal is just not hard enough. Okay, so the hammer out of here is pretty awesome. And I actually just noticed these bits in here, probably more useful than anything else in this kit. So we will take these out and put these aside, because this goes in the closet and I don't ever use it. So save yourself some money, okay? That's kind of the intent of this video too, so you don't go buying a bunch of stuff you don't need. But you do need punches, okay? So then I went and bought this kit here because it looked like the metal was better quality, okay? Which it is. It's a lot more thick, you know, harder metal. But again, I was using the smaller ones, and it didn't bend as easy as that one I just bent for you, but it did start to bend, and I was like, come on, really? So I did go to work, and I did ask the tool guy that came in that day, so what do you got for punches? So I said, I need small ones. These are the smallest ones you can come up with. We got a 5/64 and a 16th, but they're Matco. And these are like drill bits. These are like really thick metal. And if these bend or break or anything, he gives me a brand new one for free. So punches, a must-have. Hammer and punches. This is probably the one I get asked the most, because I use this in quite a few videos. I don't use this as a punch to like bang out stuff. I just use it as something to line up whatever I'm trying to put back together for pins. This I used to vape a long time ago. And this actually came in, again, I'm a do-it-yourselfer, so making my own coils. This is, if you Amazon search Coil Master Coil Jig, you're going to come up with this guy right here, okay? And it's just like a step drill bit, how it's got the different size parts. And it goes from 3.5 millimeter to 3 to 2.5, 2 to 1.5. So I use that a lot. I used to anyway. Again, it's not really hard quality metal. It will bend, and I've had to straighten it with a pair of pliers, not so much by hand. But anyway, so you can find that on Amazon. Since I've offered the sear alignment tools, which are these guys here that I offered in many different colors, I haven't really used that as much. So this is specific size pin, and this will take care of most everything on the 365, 320, and other P-Series pistols. There was one bigger size pin, which I just had bigger ones of these made, and I offered it in a kit with both sizes, okay? So he's got SSG on there, and then the size on the other side. So between the two of these, you can pretty much handle every pin in almost all the SIGs, okay? So those are very handy to have on the bench as well. Little screwdrivers, micro screwdrivers, what do you want to call them? Flat tip on one end. This one's got a Phillips on that end. And then this, this other one's magnetic. Very useful for when you drop stuff on the rug or the carpet, you can find it. So those are very useful. And then when I buy stuff, I'm usually looking for a kit. So I like options, okay? So like my pick set here. Actually, I believe I got this at Home Depot. So people that have seen my 365 video, the 90-degree pick. This one right here is the one I'm always using to get that back together. And then the straight pick I use quite a bit on the 320 when I forget to put my takedown lever back in. There's a video I show how to get that back apart using that pick. And then this hook one, I don't use it that much, but I have used it. So picks, very helpful. And then your plier kits. This had a fourth pair in there. I'm not sure where they're at, but I use this one almost all the time. And these are very helpful for like trigger bar springs and stuff like that. So pliers, a must-have. Armours Blocks. Wheeler. I got quite a few Wheeler things because it's the price point's great, and it's tried and true. It's not junk. It gets the job done, and you don't spend an arm and a leg. So this is your Armours block where it's got all the holes where you can put your FCU on there, whatever. Bang your pins through. You can hold your slide at an angle here, or you can put it in this one and hold it flat. So this one I modified a little bit right here. I made this so my my striker would fit in there, so when I'm changing out my springs, I can pull it down and get the cups out and put it back together using that. The SIG Armours block has that built into it right here. That'll do your striker. This will do your takedown lever. This will remove the FCU from the module. You can lay your FCU across here and bang one of the pins out, and then it's got a pin on here to help push some of the other pins out. So Armours blocks obviously must have, so you don't ruin your desk or whatever your workbench you're on. Allen wrenches. Got this kit here. Basically, again, I like to get kits. I like everything in one kit. So this is all standard right here and all metric on this side. And this is actually a pretty good set. This is the one I used in that video for the mag release. It's a really thin and it's very rigid. Okay, I was able to stick it in the little hole for the mag release and go like this and knock that little wedge out to get that out of there. So this is the 0.035 Allen wrench that I just keep in here. I bought another one, but I keep that in here so it doesn't get lost in my drawer. So Allen wrenches, I mean, pretty much everything comes with an Allen wrench now when you're getting upgrades, so you end up with piles of them. So hang on to those because they're very useful. We got, you know, a razor blade, helpful, knife, and then the X-Acto blade. If you can't get your mag release out with the Allen wrench, there's the X-Acto method that you can get that out of there pretty easily with, so you don't ruin your grip module. Files and stuff, I got an assortment of files. I get a lot of stuff Cerakoted, so when it comes back, sometimes stuff doesn't fit together because that Cerakote's taking up space. So basically you got to kind of remove some of it. A round file, I got a flat file and a triangle file here. So files are very helpful. Not super big need for them, but they do help. They get you out of a bind when you're in one. So let's see. Here's a big one. Sight pusher, okay. Wheeler, again. Now, as far as all the sight pushers, this is not the cheapest one out there. Again, I'm a tool guy, so I don't mind, you know, buy once, cry once. I'm all about that. So this one here, I've changed all the sights on all my pistols. Now, I'm a big fan of Dawson ones on my recreational pistols, so every single one of my recreational pistols, I've changed the sights out on. And this thing here, it's amazing. You ain't screwing up your slide, and you know, you can reuse your old sights and stuff because this takes them off really nice and everything. So there is a video I did on the a review video on this, changing out a set of sights. So just take a look at that if you're interested in that. Let's see, we got, again, not high up on the list, but you might be interested in trigger pull gauges. So here's the Wheeler and the Lyman. I have several Wheelers. I bought a couple of these just so I can compare to see how accurate things are. In my opinion, the Wheeler was much more consistent and accurate than the Lyman. On the Wheeler, the sensor itself is in the wand here against the trigger, versus in the Lyman, it's in the body. Okay, the wand comes way up and out. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. Both work fine. Both will give you, a pretty close answer, but consistency-wise, the Wheeler, in my opinion, was much more consistent. Let's see, what else? We got the inch-pound torque screwdriver. So your red dot sights, your battery covers for them, certain other things. Basically, they need you to tighten it to a certain inch-pound. I ruined a slide once over tightening a little screw, so this here was a lot cheaper than a new slide. So not really high need for it, but it is helpful. Maybe a good Christmas gift or a birthday gift 1 year or whatever. Again, the fat wrench, it's called, Wheeler. So I use that quite a bit. Let's see, that's probably pretty much about it. So again, if there's any questions or anything I haven't answered, please feel free to shoot me a message. I'm usually pretty quick to get back. And if there's something you want to see a video on or whatever, shoot me some ideas. We can talk about it. If I've heard it, several other times where other people are interested in the same thing, we can put together a video or whatever. So, as always, I hope this has helped. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.